Who loves bunnies? I know I sure do. Let's make this card today. Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. So this adorable stamp set, oh my goodness, this is from Not Too Shabby's February card kit. Jamie did sell it individually, and this is what I spent my allowance on for February. I got the stamp set, the paper pad, and the ephemera kit. You can tell I've already been making cards with everything, but I wanted to make a card here with you guys. And yes, I have an announcement. I am back on the Not Too Shabby team, you guys. I couldn't stay away. I'm so honored that I got the opportunity to rejoin. I just love Not Too Shabby so much, which you guys know that already. And so I have rejoined the team. It's official as of March 1st. But these supplies I bought on my own and have been using them and loving them. This bunny stamp, I was absolutely head over heels as soon as I saw it. It's so large and fabulous, and I just love the way it's illustrated. So what I did is I am using a We Are Memory Keepers platform, and I'm stamping this quite a few times with some VersaFine Onyx black ink because I want to emboss it in watercolor. If you are just getting started with watercolor and card making or journaling, I definitely recommend embossing your images because it builds in some structure, like especially for the flowers, like in the bunny's crown. All those different flowers, each petal and everything is separated by this embossing powder, and it makes it so much more user-friendly. So I would definitely recommend embossing if you're just getting started and you don't want your colors to bleed together, if you're just getting familiar with the color wheel and which ones make mud and which ones make non-mud and beautiful colors. So I embossed with some silver embossing powder, and it's so cool how using the onyx black ink and then the silver embossing powder, when the light's not shining on it, it has that like pencil look to it, which is exactly what I wanted. I still wanted this to almost look drawn and in some light, and so now I'm using my watercolors, and I'm doing a very simple wash of color here. I'm not even using watercolor paper, so I'm not going to be adding just layers and layers. I am doing the technique, which is dry, so wet on dry instead of like wet on wet, which is where you wet your paper first and then add color. This is my favorite way to use watercolor because I'm able to control it more when I put the wet watercolor on dry paper. So that's something I don't always clarify for you guys, but I wanted to in this video. So I am really super excited. You guys, I miss Not Too Shabby for lots of reasons. One of the things I think I missed the most was the camaraderie with the team and the connection that I had with the amazing design team and the people on it. I really just missed that, and I need an anchor. Y'all can probably very plainly tell that I have to have things anchor me down because I am a very free spirit. And being on a design team gives me some foundation. In fact, it's really fabulous for me to have a few deadlines so that I'm not just too sporadic with uploads. So that was something that I really missed. And then I just knew I wanted to work with a product. I mean, look, I've been on a low buy, but I gave myself a budget to work with. And every month I have spent my budget with Jamie. I mean, I'm in my third month, but again, that's what I've done. And so clearly it's like going home for me. It's even though I was only away for a couple of months, it just is such a good fit for me. So I am just honored and blessed and as happy as can be. All right, so I'm just adding some color back in here. I did check for these supplies, you guys, and it does look like they are sold out, which doesn't surprise me at all. I think this is definitely my favorite bunny stamp that I've seen in years. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Because it's so large, one, it's easy to color, and two, it fills up your card. I did want to bring in some of those ephemera pieces and put those around, and so the bunny kind of has a crown on her head and around her. It makes me think of her just kind of popping her head up out of the garden. Like if she's been in my flower garden and I walk outside and she pops her little head up, she would have flowers on her head and all around her. So I love that look. And now I'm just playing around with this gorgeous pattern paper so that I can just add a little extra to the back. I did emboss this with the Sunny Studios embossing folder, the white background that you see there. And it's not new, it's a couple of years old. But I did emboss that, and then now I'm just wanting one more layer back there. I'm loving the way this is looking. This is going to go on a 5x7 card. And because that's just what I do these days. I'm definitely making a lot of 5x7. In fact, I need to sit down with my big paper trimmer, which is like an industrial sized one, and make myself a bunch of card bases because I have run out of 5x7 card bases. That's a good thing. That means I've been making cards, right? So now I'm just gluing all of these things down. I was making cards the other night. I have a video that I'm probably going to share with you guys. My goodness, do you know when cards just go wrong from the beginning and the whole process just feels off? I had one of those nights, but I thought that might be something that you guys would enjoy seeing. But I'm looking for this glue bottle and pair of scissors that I'm using in this video. I think that Cece Sparkle Heart, my daughter, has come in and borrowed them from me and not given them back. I don't mind sharing my supplies as long as I get them back. Especially something as essential as scissors and glue. Anyways, so this is everything for this card. I did a very basic inside, which I'll show you in a second, but I didn't put a sentiment because I thought this card could be used for all kinds of things, birthdays, thinking of you, to cheer someone up, I miss you, happy Easter, anything. So I left the sentiments off. But I did put some paper on the inside to write, and I put a little paper behind it. That is the card, you guys. I hope you enjoy it. You'll definitely be seeing more. Bye.